Hi there, everybody, and welcome back to Finding Wendy, my journey to wellness, our journey to wellness. Today is episode number 15, and I know it's been a while since I've posted, but a lot of stuff has happened, and I just thought I'd give a short update. Today, Saturday, November 30th, 2024, and it's 1:30 in the afternoon here in Toronto. It's a cold day. And I thought, okay, I have some time. I'm at home. I'm not going outside. And I just thought, okay, I'm just going to do another podcast on my own. Next week, I will have a guest together with my co-host, Allison. And we have a guest that we're going to be interviewing together. So, for today's podcast, I'm going to be talking about mindful eating and the mindful eating cycle. And so we're going to be diving in the transformative world of mindful eating, focusing on a powerful framework known as the mindful eating cycle. Together, we'll explore the why behind what and when we eat and how understanding our emotional and physical triggers can help us make healthier and more intentional choices. So, first, I wanted to talk about my own personal journey, and the theme for this upcoming section is called Late Night Snacking and Emotional Triggers. So last week, on Tuesday, November 26th, I had an appointment with my dietitian, Lauren Rose, at Mount Sinai Hospital. And Lauren is an incredible, knowledgeable registered dietitian with over 30 years of experience. She specializes in nutrition education, behavioral change strategies, and eating disorders counseling. She's also well-versed in mindful eating and even practices intermittent fasting herself, just like I do. So, as many as you know, I've been practicing intermittent fasting for about 3 months now. But recently, I found myself breaking my fast late at night with unplanned snacks and snacking. So during our session with Lauren, I brought this up with her. And instead of focusing on what I was eating, we dove into why I was eating late at night. So we spent most of our hour discussing emotional triggers, stress, and tools for managing these patterns. So in reflecting on my journey, I realized that my late night snacking habits began in childhood. Growing up in a household with my parents and my 4 sisters, daughter of immigrants, there was always a lot of stress. Actually, 3 sisters, so the four girls together. So a family of 6. Whether from financial pressures or my parents' late night arguments that I could hear through my bedroom door, as a young child, I coped by secretly eating chocolate and candy, especially Reese's peanut butter cups, which I hid under my bed. Even after brushing my teeth, I sneak a bite to soothe myself. Food became my comfort, my distraction, and my way of dealing with loneliness and stress. So while others might turn to alcohol or smoking or other outlets, I've always turned to food during these times of emotional distress. So recognizing this pattern has been eye-opening and the crucial step in my journey toward mindful eating. So let's understand some tools. So Lauren introduced me to the HALT strategy. She actually just took a piece of paper and wrote the word HALT. And talking about this particular sign, which I just got is covered in some yogurt, she introduced me to this HALT strategy, which has been a game changer. So HALT is an acronym that reminds us to pause and reflect on our feelings before reaching for food. So here's what it stands for. H, hungry, happy, healthy, or hideous, your physical or emotional state. A, angry, anxious, alone, or apathetic. L, lonely or lethargic. T, tired, tenacious, or triggered. So next time, and I'm saying this to myself too, and I'll be doing this, next time you feel the urge to stop, to eat, stop and ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? It could be physical hunger, but it might also be the emotional need, like stress or fatigue. Identifying these feelings is the first step towards mindful eating. So my plan is to hang this sign up on my fridge and on my pantry door. So those late nights when I'm on my couch and I'm watching TV, this urge to snack comes, even though my window's closed. My eating window is closed as a practicing IFer, intermittent faster. This sign may help me stop going to the pantry or fridge to find a snack. So the other thing that she talked about in this great appointment that I had with my dietitian, Lauren, was riding the wave of cravings. So this is another tool. So cravings can feel overwhelming, but they're temporary, like waves. They build up to a peak and eventually subside. Learning to ride the wave can help you manage cravings without giving in immediately. So here's how. Pause for 1 minute. Set a timer. Look at your watch. Set a timer on your watch. Set a timer on your phone. Just set a timer and sit with the craving. Acknowledge your feelings. For example, I'm not hungry. I'm just really stressed about work. Or I'm really stressed about a family crisis that's happening right now. Or I'm really stressed about how to pay my bills. Or I'm really stressed about the health and well-being of my closest siblings or nieces and nephews. Or I'm stressed because I'm worried about the world and the election and what's happening in the Middle East or what's happening in the US, all sorts of things. Choose your next step. After that minute has gone by, ask yourself, do I still want a snack? Often, the craving will subside. And you'll find that you don't need that food after all. Even if the craving persists, you've given yourself the space to make a conscious choice, which is a win in itself. So let's just recap. If you're riding a wave of craving, it's late at night, pause for 1 minute, set a timer on your phone or your watch or something. Acknowledge your feeling. I'm not hungry. I'm just stressed about my family. I'm stressed about money. Choose your next step. After that minute, ask yourself, do you still want this snack? So hopefully the craving will subside and you move on. If it doesn't, maybe you are hungry. Or just get up off the couch, turn off the TV and go to your bedroom. Or do something else. Read a book. Just ride the wave. Don't give in to the craving. So after that, Lauren, my dietitian, also pointed out some fantastic resources in websites. So I'm going to share the links to the websites in the description after this podcast. So right now we're going to talk about the mindful eating cycle, a framework for awareness. And it's a tool that helps us explore our relationship with food through 6 key questions. And I'm going to put the graphic here or here, up here. Number 1, why do I eat? Which is linked to when do I eat? What do I eat? How do I eat? How much do I eat? Where do I invest the energy I consume? So each question is an opportunity to reflect on your habits, emotional triggers, and overall wellness. So let's start with the first one. Why do I eat? Understanding your why is essential. Am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I trying to cope with stress, boredom, or loneliness? Do I eat even when I know I'm not hungry? Have I tried diets that didn't work long term, and why? Right, so let's look at the next section. When do I eat? Timing matters. How often do I feel like eating, and why? Can I tell the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger? Could I redirect my attention until I'm truly hungry? So the great thing about intermittent fasting is that when you've done it for a while, you actually don't feel hungry anymore in the morning. In the beginning, it was tough. I felt really, really hungry and really recognized that I was hungry in the morning before my actual window opens at about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. And going back to feeling physical hunger or emotional hunger, truly needing to know the difference between the two is very helpful. Physical hunger, oh, you feel sick to your stomach. Emotional hunger, something stressful has happened. So next, we talk about what do I eat? Your food choices reveal a lot about your habits. So do I restrict certain foods, only binge on them later? Do I feel guilty when I eat certain things? What changes could I make to feel better and improve my health? So do I restrict certain foods? No, not really. Since I intermittent fasting, I do have them all, chocolate and everything, but I try to make healthy choices. Like when I opened my eating window today, I have Greek yogurt with fruit. Do I feel guilty when I eat certain things? Not anymore. Not since I've been intermittent fasting. But I do feel guilty at night if I have completely smashed my eating window, my fasting window, and broke my fasting window late at night with snacking. And then I really feel guilty. Terrible, terrible guilt. So those sort of things are good to look at. So how do I eat? The way you eat is just as important as what you eat. Do I eat while distracted? So do you eat while watching TV? I do, to be honest. But I also, in the morning or in the afternoon when I'm having lunch, I'm behind my computer while I'm eating lunch. I'm not watching TV. Do you savor your food? Do I savor my food? Or do I eat quickly without tasting it? I do actually eat quite slowly. No matter what kind of food I eat, I do eat slowly and really, really savor the taste. Could I describe my last meal as if I were writing a gourmet magazine? Well, many times I do take pictures of my food, or especially my dinner, to make it look like I've taken a picture for the gourmet magazine. So to make your food look as appetizing as possible is really important. So then we talk about how much do I eat? Recognizing your own body's signals of fullness and satisfaction, satiety, is the key. How do I feel when I'm done eating? Do you feel full? Do you feel satisfied? Do I feel compelled to clean my plate? How do I know when to stop? So these are all things you can think about with mindful eating. Next, where do I invest my energy? Think about how you use the energy you consume. So am I physically active in ways I enjoy? And what else do I do with my energy? Hobbies, relationships, or self-care? So basically, eating can be a source of energy, or it's your gasoline in the tank, or is it all about taste and experience? It's a combination for me. The benefits of the mindful eating cycle. So this cycle is all about the framework, and it's more than about the framework. It's a tool for empowerment. So what it does, it helps you break free from dieting and overeating. So diet brain. So many people that have had bariatric surgery or have been on any kind of diet have diet brain. So I'm still in the phase where I'm looking at something like, oh, that can't be good for me. But with intermittent fasting, as Jen Stevens always says, delay, don't deny. You can have it all. You can eat everything as long as you do it in your eating window. So again, break free from dieting and overeating, build a positive, peaceful relationship with food, and foster a renewed sense of wellness and wholeness in body, mind, and spirit. So this is kind of a short podcast today, but my final thoughts are mindful eating is a journey, not a destination. It's about being curious and compassionate with yourself, reflecting on your habits and making intentional choices. So if this episode resonated with you, certainly take a look at the website links that I posted here in the description that my nutritionist shared with me, and my hungry, mindful eating resources and intuitive eating. So it can be, you can start a journal to track your own progress. But the important message today is to know we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. I make mistakes. My nutritionist, and I asked her point blank in the meeting, I said to her, to Lauren, you look great. You must completely follow all of these things that you're talking about. She says, no, not really. I make mistakes too. Everybody makes mistakes. It's really, 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 really hard to just not eat food. You have to eat food to be alive, to be human. It's what we do. So I hope you enjoyed this short podcast. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And post your comments here on my Facebook page or other places. And have yourself a wonderful day. And we're going to be talking next week with Jaylene. Jaylene is a intermittent faster. And then after that, the week after, Alice and I are going to talk about how to eat during the Christmas holidays, which is going to be tough for a lot of people, but maybe not. So anyways, have yourself a great day, and we will see you next time on Finding Wendy. Bye-bye for now.